Vice President Sara Duterte is being violated as we speak. Grabe ang grave abuse of discretion dito. Impeachment complaints na recycled and bogus, pinagbigyan nila on form and sufficiency. Tapos, nagkaroon ng proceeding which is, according to our companion attorney Jimmy Pondo, ay akin to a trial. Meron bang ganon? Only the Senate, sitting as an impeachment court, can conduct a trial. There's nothing in the rules of the House, nor in the Constitution, that permits the House Committee on Justice to commit a mini trial. Doon pa lang, pwede na natin iakyat yan sa Korte Suprema. Yung subpoena powers nila ay inabuso. Yung ultimate facts, wala. Tapos hihingi ka ng subpoena para mag-supply ng deficiency sa complaints. That renders the entire proceedings null and void. Kaya I agree with legal luminaries that this should be brought before the Supreme Court on a petition for certiorari with temporary restraining order. Because the rights of the accused in this case, Vice President Sara Duterte, is being violated as we speak. Grabe ang grave abuse of discretion dito. In Bautista, in Terreno, and in Corona, hindi namin nakita ito. Imagine mo, isusupina nila ngayon ang mga bangko. Walang ganon. Only the Senate can do that. So that's another void action on the part of the House of Representatives. I would like to point that out, not because our dear Vice President ay malapit sa puso namin. We are duty-bound as citizens to protect the office of the Vice President, which is being violated ngayon ng House of Representatives who are more concerned with the impeachment than addressing the emergency economic situation that we are facing. Maraming salamat.
Well, as far as the timeline, depende na yun sa gusto nilang ma-obtain eh. Depende na yun kung gaano gusto nilang mahaba. But insofar as the cost, if they are going to continue doing this, it could go beyond 125 million. Mas malaki kaysa sa doon sa kanilang gustong palabasin na confidential fund. No? For sure, we are spending millions here of taxpayers' money of those, you know, anong tawag mo doon? Anong tawag mo doon? Stupid. Okay. So, yun ang nangyayari dyan.
My second question is, is it possible na hindi aabot to sa Senate for lack of merit?
That is a probability, not just a possibility. Because, as I've said, the proceeding in the House against the Vice President is void ab initio. Nakita nyo naman nangyari doon sa unang kaso. It was declared void ab initio at hindi na natuloy yung trial sa Senado. That's a probability. At dito, mas matindi ang violations. Grave, abuse of discretion of unprecedented character. Sabi ko nga, nadismaya kami ni Perdi, ni Attorney Jing Paras, and of course, Attorney Topacio and Jimmy. We have been witnesses and participants to many impeachment proceedings. Ngayon lang nangyari ito na mayroong ganyan. They are inventing their own rules na hindi nila pinasa, hindi pinablish. Yung mini trial na yan, there's no such thing. Not even in the United States and Britain when impeachment originated. Iniimbento ni Congressman Luis to yan. Ang sagwa nakakahiya because the House should have performed its duty in obedience to the Constitution. Hindi sila mas mataas Tapos ngayon, they are usurping the power of the Senate. Diba? Napakapangit tingnan. And where is the prioritization there? Ano bang importante? Itong ginagawa nila kay BP Sara o yung ekonomiya natin ngayon na is already in an emergency situation. Parang there's a wrong prioritization here. So I question because I'm a citizen and I'm a voter and has witnessed for myself lahat ng impeachments na recently meron. Wala sa Nabide, I was just a plain observer. Pero sa Sereno, Bautista, I was the lawyer of the two distinguished gentlemen here, Attorney Topacio and Attorney Jing Paras. We impeached Bautista kahit na nung umpisa nag-violate yung House Committee on Justice sa kanilang rules and the Constitution, but sinave ng plenary by a very overwhelming vote at na-impeach si Bautista. Hindi siya umabot sa Senado kasi impeach and then he resigned. Naging moot and academic. But I tell you, nakakadismaya ang ginagawa ng House Committee on Justice. And the Supreme Court might probably, hindi ako sigurado because I cannot preempt, might probably issue a TRO here and declare the proceeding void ab initio. Salamat.
To my boss, may sisingit na po ako another party matter. Noon pong August, this is totally unrelated. Noong pong August, nagkaroon ng hearing yung committee ni Senator Robin Padilla, Committee on Communications and Media, on the sexual harassment sa mga studios, where I appeared as one of the resource persons. At further to that, I wrote a letter to follow up the results of what happened in that. And I would like to distribute to you the letter to Senator Padilla, who's a member, by the way, of the Partido Democratico Pilipino, Joey. This is in relation to the amendments to the law on sexual harassment, when I testified regarding the two cases that I've handled for GMA 7, yung studio ni Marco Prod, on sexual harassment. And nasabi naman doon, in view of the recent resurgence of the revelations against Arnold Clavio, yung kay Sara Balabagan, there is a need to come out with those amendments to the law on sexual harassment. Ito po yung letter. Basically, tapos na po ito, ang sabi ko lang, i-amend niyo yung law on sexual harassment to the effect that those who cover up these acts of sexual harassment should be made as guilty as the principals. Yung i-distribute mo na lang. Oo.
Nauna.
Oo. Makakalimutan ko eh. Oo. Ano meron na sila. Kasi nga, although I clarified na alam kong walang kinalaman ang mga goson dyan. They are very godly, religious people and they will not allow it. Eh, yung mga subalterns po nila mga sa baba ang nagko-cover up. So, yun po, binalita ko lang as a follow-up to another member of the party, si Senator Robin Padilla, who really wants to amend the law para mawala na yung mga sexual harassment na yan, yung Gerald Santos and others na na-cover up. With that, I would like to turn over the floor to my among tunay, Attorney Raul Lambino.